All right, guys, so I got the WRX titled, and now there's just two things I have to do before I can get it inspected. But let's get started with the brakes. As you can see, these pads are they're pretty low. They're not as low as they can be, but they're about to start hitting the noise marker. And the rotors, they're all grooved, and they're just rough. So I got some Rock Auto's Finest for pads and rotors. I actually like doing Brembo brakes more than just regular brakes because they're easier. You just have to knock these two pins out, and then this part comes out. After you get this out of the way, you can just push with a flathead and it'll push the pistons back in. You do that on both sides, then you take the caliper off, just replace the rotor, and then reassemble. It's simple. All right, so I got everything off. Now I'm cleaning up where the brake pads slide in because they were pretty stuck in there. All right, just got the passenger side done. It took me longer than expected because of the pads. They would not fit good. I actually had to shave them just a hair on top just to be able to slide it in. But I got it all figured out and it's looking pretty good. I just got to put the wheels on now and torque it, and then I can go get tires. And guys, what I do for tires is I found these wheels for 150 bucks. I got two other wheels and they have like brand new Michelin Pilot Sports on them. So I found them for 150 bucks. I'm going to get the tires put on this car, and then I'm going to sell these for like 100 bucks or something. So cheap tires that are good. Time to replace these old shifter bushings. So here's the rear one and here's the front one. Hopefully these make the shifter a lot less sloppy. All right, guys, so the cheap WRX is no longer cheap, but it is running and driving great, and I just got it inspected, and yeah, no complaints of it so far. I've put about 60 miles on it, still no check engine light, so I'm hoping the TGV sensor fixed the issue. It looks pretty decent for what it is, you know, $2,000 car now. Some clear coat peel and whatnot, but it's gonna be my winter beater, so that doesn't matter. There's the beautiful interior. It is actually looking pretty good. I'm still gonna get a steering wheel for it because it just needs one. This is terrible. Got the STI key for it, of course. Let me give you guys a little start. Starts right up, idles nice. No lights on the dash, so I'm thinking the check engine light might come on because of the high flow cat. I don't know, because it is tuned, so who knows. But if it doesn't, great. If it does, that'll be another video. But 149,000 miles. It's a little dirty. It's been parked for a little bit. All right, a little rev. The engine is really smooth when you rev it up and you're just driving it and you get on the power a little bit. It's pretty smooth. So yeah, it's running pretty smooth. Let's see. Yeah. Not a whole lot of crankcase pressure. Yeah, I am pleasantly surprised with this thing. I do have a can of paint, and I'm going to touch up like this and maybe the side skirts where they're fading and stuff. But I mean, this blue is a different color than this blue. It's got extra sparkles in it. I don't know why somebody did that, but they did it. And then roof's black, and it's hardly there apparently. And then the trunk, this blue is different from this blue, again, because they re-cleared it with sparkles. The only way for this car to actually look proper is a full paint job, and I'm not doing that. But it does sound pretty good from back here. And underneath of it is pretty clean. It's got some rust right here, but nothing else really has rust. Before, the shifter was like this in gear, but now it's a lot more modest. It feels a whole lot better. And it's not because of the bushings. It's because the shifter joint, actually, it was loose. so it was allowing a lot more play. So I tightened that up, and yeah, it's great now. It could be a little better. Those bushings had a little play in them, but it's either I spend like $60 to $80 on bushings or what have you, or I'm just okay with that little bit of play. All right, enough talk. Let's go for a drive. I do need to fix the AC as well. I think the compressor locked up, so it needs like the full AC system probably. But I'll worry about that next summer if I keep the car. God, it's hot. My driveway is like a rally course. Alright, let's go. So yeah, the car is really fun to drive. You know, it's not the greatest, but in the price range of like a $5,000 car, it's really fun. I come from Evos. I'm not a Subaru guy, but I mean I love all cars, but I just haven't had that many Subarus, and I really enjoy it. I've only driven it like 100 miles, so I still have to drive it some more and figure it all out and stuff like that. But I'm really excited to drive it during the winter. Last year, maybe the year before, I had a Evo 8 that I drove during the winter, and it didn't snow. We got one snowstorm, and I had summer tires on during that snowstorm. Insert clip now.
What?
But this year I have this thing, and it was a $2,000 car rather than my Evo, which is a lot more pricey. So yeah, this thing, I should be able to have some fun in the snow with it, if it snows. I'll do a little third gear. It is pretty quick. It is pretty quick. It's enough power to have fun with, that's for sure. I remember years ago, I actually raced. I was in my silver S2000, 2000 S2000, and I raced just a random WRX on the street, and I beat him. So he was probably, he was probably stock, because this one I would think is faster than my S2000. S2000s are pretty slow, so, but this isn't anything crazy. It's not like the Evos or anything like that. If I do want to do any other mods to this, I basically have to get a different engine, so I'm not going to be doing any mods. Uh-oh, rally course. And the car does have STI suspension, so it handles like a 20-year-old STI. So that's about it for the dirt cheap WRX for now, until the next problem comes up. I'll have more videos coming out soon. I took a little break because I haven't had anything interesting to work on recently. I've just been doing body work on the CRX, and I don't want to just post, oh, I've been sanding CRX today, sanding CRX tomorrow and stuff. It's not that interesting. So yeah, but now I got this and a few other things, hints for the next video, which, yeah, they're a little more interesting than just body work. But we're almost at 500 subscribers, so I want to thank you all for that. It's pretty cool. I make the videos just so I can watch back what I've done throughout the year and stuff like that, so it's cool to have people actually show support and stuff. So thank you all. We'll see you in the next one with the 3-wheeler.
My bitch so tall, she told me I might need to chop her down. Camouflage on my pants, you see my fit and be like chop her down. Flew in my car, rev the gas and make a chopper sound. When I press a pedal, I just shit and he gon' fly around.